Hi everyone, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be about the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. So you're probably gonna think like, what the heck, Jessie? You're old news, like I know, okay? I have bought this when it went on a hot buy at Ulta. Original price is around $44, something like that. So I think it was half off, so I was like, why not try it out? Because when I saw the influencers got sent out with the Too Faced, now, you know, they kind of like revamped everything out, changed the packaging, all that jazz, and this is actually part of the collection. They do have some lipsticks, highlighters, the bronzers. They also changed the packaging. It won't focus, so I do apologize. Oh, there you go. So this is what the box packaging looks like, and my first impression when I saw these on most of the YouTube influencers that I follow, I was like, damn, that is so beautiful. It is so classy. I just love like the whole concept of it. I love it. I was like, I want to buy it, but I already have those colors, and this is really something that interested me the most and the reason why I bought it. So this is what the box packaging looks like. It is so pretty. You can see the floral imprint. It's kind of like sexy. I think if this was black, it's gonna look like Moulin Rouge-ish. I don't know if I make any sense because of like the lace patterns. So you're gonna open it up like that, and just like any other Too Faced product, you get a little leaflet of instructions right over here, which gives you like a lot of inspirations. Oh, sorry, that's the back. So let me just zoom that in so you guys could see. And these are some just like references. It's perfect for first timers. I actually love the whole idea of that having like a leaflet inside, because you know, my mom is actually one of those people who really appreciates that because she's not very technical when it comes to makeup, so I think it is perfect. So some people might not have any interest on that leaflet, but I find it really helpful, especially if you are a beginner. Now moving on to the actual product itself, this has weight. And you have a year to play with this palette. It has 24 months after you open it and then it expires. I don't really follow that, but if it's like, for example, liner, mascara, creams, those are the products that I strictly follow, but when it comes to powders, I don't really care. If it smells bad, I throw it out. So the packaging has weight. It has a good amount of weight, and I just really love the design. At some point, I kind of regret not getting the two palettes, because actually my old manager is like, Jessie, do you want to have these? And I was like, no, I already have those, but I kind of like regret it because the packaging is just so cute. I know, it's crazy. The packaging gets me. So when you open it up, it looks like this. You have a really large mirror, which I do appreciate. You got a bronzer, blushes, and two beautiful highlights. I'm going to zoom it in so you guys can appreciate. So I'm just trying to like focus it as best as I can. There you go. They're so beautiful, and I want to let you guys know now that this is actually very fragrant. There's a strong smell, but the smell doesn't really hurt my nose. So let's swatch the two highlighters, and then after that we'll swatch. Okay, I'm gonna correct myself. There are two highlighters, two blushes, and two bronzers. One is shimmery, but I kind of like treat it as like a blush because it definitely looks like a blush for me. I don't like any bronzer that has shimmer into it, to be completely honest with you, and it's just like a personal preference of mine. So these are the two highlighters, and then moving on to the blushes, like the middle section. Pink Wink, and then you have Pink Sand. I really love Pink Sand. I love the undertone. It actually reminded me of my favorite shimmer, Mocha Havana, and then Sunny Honey, and Tropic Like It's Hot. Oh, ah! It's having a hard time. The bronzer, the matte bronzer, is actually having a hard time showing up on my skin. But this is it. Okay, now that we are done with the swatches, I'm gonna show you guys how I created this look right over here using this palette. So yeah. And just like what I always do, guys, I'm gonna start with my brows, and I will be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay and Rich Brown. I have mentioned this like 1,000,000 times. Nobody talks about this brow powder, but it is amazing. It is so pigmented and it does the job so quickly. So if you have seen this before, definitely try it out. And then using my Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer, I'm just going to correct my lid. And this is also going to be acting as my eyeshadow base. I'm melting and blending it using my finger. And I'm going to grab onto my Palladio Rice Powder. I'm just really trying to finish this one up too. I'm going to use that to set my all over eye area. Now for my eyeshadow, I want something super soft. I still wanted to use the Too Faced Natural Face Palette for this. I want to use Sunny Honey and Tropic Like It's Hot. So I will be starting on the crease with the lighter shade, and then after that, for my all over eyelid, I'm going to be using the darker bronzer one. So I just want something very natural and fresh today, something that really goes with the theme of this palette, so that's what I'm trying to achieve. So yeah, this is definitely one of those days that I kind of just want to look chill, fresh, clean makeup. Probably clean makeup is my favorite type of makeup, just so because my sisters would recognize me. But yeah, I love natural clean makeup. I focus more on my skin. If anything, I really spend so much money on skincare. Moving on to the lashes, I'm using the Allure in Marquise. I am still using it, girl, yeah. So you're probably wondering, because me, I love lashes. So what's going to be the difference of the store-bought lashes, the $25 lashes, the this and that lashes? Lashes, they do have their own tier of quality, believe it or not. Some people say like, oh my gosh, this is such a steal. It's only $5, it's only $2, $3, whatnot, girl. But when you touch the hair, it is thick. I'm not gonna say that it's not beautiful, because it is beautiful, but there are different types of hairs when it comes to lashes. I don't know how to explain it thoroughly, but maybe in the future. But yeah, it's like buying makeup brushes, you know what I mean? So I definitely now understand why some lashes are expensive and why some lashes are like ridiculously cheap. So yeah, there is a difference. They're not the same. And then I'm just gonna curl them together so they look like they are very well blended, and still using my Bare Minerals concealer. I'm gonna hide those bags because I haven't had enough sleep recently. And then I'm gonna use the Clinique DIY Splendid Yourself Foundation. I know that they were trying to discontinue this. I can literally see why, because the original price of this one is roughly around like $30, $34, something like that. And then they went half off because this is not really that pigmented, you know? I think that's the whole reason why it didn't sell. If you want something like this, just use the Bare Minerals one, like the serum, or the Juice Beauty one. Those two are like something that I would highly suggest, especially if you have a lot of texture on your skin. Use some serums and you will notice like such a huge difference. And of course, there is absolutely no way that we are not going to set our face. I will be using my LA Girl Pro Powder. If you guys notice that I have been using this one a lot, and that's because I want to finish whatever I have. I have so many setting powders. 21 Days of Beauty, there was like Derma Blend, but I don't want to like buy because I'm trying to like consume what I have and then just get something that's fresh later on. And then I'm gonna give myself a really nice sun-kissed glow. This is the matte bronzer, and apply that on the sides of my face. So I'm gonna be using the two highlights today, but I'm gonna start off with this shade, the Starlight. This has a really nice pink hue. The shimmer on this one is not chunky. Your skin is just gonna look like wet. Look at that. It's just so beautiful. I'm gonna apply it on the other side, and then after that, I'm gonna top it off with the other highlighter, which has like a lighter color. So moving on to the next step, we are going to add some blush. And of course, I will be using that because it's something that suits my personal preference. I just really love Real Techniques brushes. It's definitely one of my favorite brands when it comes to brushes, because the brushes that I have with them is like 2 years old, 3 years old, and it still looks new. They do not shed at all. So with that being said, I really don't mind buying them even if it's $15 or something, because the quality is really superb. Now for my lips, I'm gonna be using the Dusty Rose from Wet n Wild. So I'm just gonna apply it as the usual, and I do apologize if the lighting of my camera is like light and then dark and then light. Girl, I don't have the skills, okay? I'm trying. So this is the final makeup look. So even though they swatched not really that beautiful, I don't really consider them to be patchy. It blends very beautifully on your skin. It's just so beautiful. It is creamy. The smell doesn't really linger that much, so if you are worried about that, don't worry. It does not smell like a baby prostitute. It's just very elegant. I really love the formula, and the blushes, the pigmentation of the blushes are just right. So you're not gonna look like Krusty the Clown or anything like that. It's just so beautiful. I really love the formula, and the highlight is just very nice. It looks like it's wet, and I really love that. I appreciate that. It's just, I really love it. This is definitely gonna be one of my favorite products for this year, for sure. So if you guys are still thinking twice whether to get this one or not, because it almost took me a year to finally get this one. I don't know why it stopped me from that, but first time I saw this, it was beautiful. Not only it's beautiful on the outside, it's beautiful on the inside, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to love this. I just wish that they have a lot of color selections for women of color and for people who have different types of undertones, because not a lot of people would, you know, would appreciate the color options in this palette. So I wish they at least have like 3 sets of these, but nobody cares about my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys make my life so happy. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!